Good evening, and welcome to another session uh, of Lego on my channel. This is I have something special this week. The survey site has had a ongoing project the last week and a half, and I was able to pick up not one, not two, but three different Speed Champions 2 packs. So this week I will be streaming one of them tonight, and then I plan to stream the other two on Thursday and then Sunday if all goes well. Obviously, schedule for future streams subject to change. Actually, Sunday is May 5th, so I'll probably be streaming Saturday as well, some gaming content, because Saturday is May 4th, Star Wars Day. So, but for the Speed Champions set tonight, I got a 2 pack, a Speed Champions 2 pack, which is going to be cars numbers 11 and 12 in my Speed Champions collection. We'll be 1/3 of the way there to a complete set of Generation 2 Speed Champion cards. Um, Obviously, I'm not doing Speed Champions Generation 1. All those sets are long retired, and they're from a different design. Uh, they're designed differently. They're designed at city scale, and so the details of the different licensed cars don't come out so well. But we are definitely enjoying the Generation 2. And I'm talking too much. Let's get over to the camera. So here is today's 2 pack. There is a Chevrolet Corvette C8R race car, and then a classic 1969 Chevrolet Corvette. And we're gonna build the more modern car first, and that way we can finish the stream with a vintage car. I think that would be a fun way to do it because everybody loves classic cars. That would be a nice way to wrap up tonight's stream. So we'll build the modern one first. And this is a 2 pack, and as you know, as you've seen on previous 2 packs here, in the Speed Champions 2 packs, the drivers share a single wrench. So I have ready to go my little baggie of spare wrenches. Um, and we will need this baggie for each of the next 3 sets, because each of the next 3 sets is a 2 pack. Actually, let me go ahead and take one out now and just set it aside. It'll be easier, I think, than trying to remember it when the time comes later. So I'm gonna put that back away, and here we go. We have now a spare wrench for the second driver, ready to go. So as always, I have my instruction books in the corner. And I'll pull them up in a moment. All right. So there we'll be doing that car first, and actually before I pull up the instructions. But you can see I have both queued to make the transition between cars as smooth as possible. But before I actually do that, this is a bigger box. So you can see the front of the box with the 2 cars on it, Chevrolet logo in the corner. And then, in Speed Champions tradition, the back of the box shows you the backs of the 2 cars driving away, and then you can see photographs of the 2 actual cars in the corner there. And you can see they captured the shaping pretty well on the models, but we'll see that even better when we build them. So let's get into this. Let's get into this big box here and get started. 2 cars means we'll be building for a while, and as usual, I have my trusty tool ready to go. And you'll remember I actually have the tool and a spare now, because you'll remember the set I built last week came with one. And these push tabs are really tight on this one. The box doesn't want to give up the goods, but we breached the box. We're in. So let's see what we got inside here. We have an instruction book for the modern Chevrolet Corvette CR8 race car. And we have in here another instruction book for the classic 1969 Chevrolet Corvette. These two these two instruction books, we're going to set off to the side, and we'll use the PDFs in the corner like we usually do. And then let's see what else we got. We've got a bag of wheel bits. I'm not sure which of the two cars this is for, but it's unnumbered, so we'll set it aside until we need it. And then we have bag 2. I've looked at the instructions. Bags 1 and 2 are for one car. Bags 3 and 4 are for the other car. So bag 2, bag 4. We have bag 1, which will go over here with this car. And we have a bag 3. I'm not sure which two bags go with which car. And right in the bottom of the box, we have 2 separate sticker sheets. We have this one, and it looks like it's for the modern car, and that's a lot of stickers, but nothing we can't handle. And then we have this sticker sheet that looks like it's on transparent backing, so we gotta be careful with this one so we don't fingerprint too much. And this is for the classic car. I think, yeah, it's got a license plate. Yeah, the classic car was the one with the license plates in the picture on the box. So I will set this sticker sheet aside until we need it, and we will set bags. We just still don't know which bags we need. We know we're going with the classic car first. That's the sticker sheet. So I'll leave this one out on the table like I usually do. And let's get started with, let's go into the instructions. So it looks like this first car is going to be bags 1 and 2. So let's set 3 and 4 off to the side. And let's go ahead and set bag 2 off to the side as well. And you can see from the image, it's standard as Speed Champion's build order, where bag 1 is the back of the car and then bag 2 is the front of the car. So let's go ahead, and it says we have to open bag 1. So let's get right into it without further ado. I have been talking for 8 minutes, and we haven't even started handling Lego pieces yet. Sorry about that. So it looks like for this car, we do have one of those standard chassis pieces, but this time it was actually in the numbered bag and not set aside like it's been on all the other cars. Interesting, but I think maybe because this is a 2-pack, and so they wanted us to know that, hey, that goes with this car or something. I guess, I don't know. And then we have this bag of smaller bits here that we have to put on the table. And we've dumped out all the parts for bag 1. So we start with building the driver, and as is our tradition on this channel, we will not put his helmet on because he does not have a car to drive yet. And it looks like this is the driver who does come with the included wrench. So we'll take the wrench out of the parts pile and give it to him. This is the least happy of the drivers we've seen so far. He's got what appears to be kind of a... I'm not going to say he looks angry or anything. It's more of a determined frown than an upset frown. But, and then he gets a hairpiece. And there's our driver for this one. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so here's our driver. He's wearing a beautiful racing uniform. And then on his back, on the back of his jacket, you can see the Corvette logo. This is a beautiful racing uniform. I like it. And so we will sit him off in the corner like we usually do, so he can watch the build. And of course he gets a couple accessories. He gets a helmet. So we have to attach the visor to the helmet. And here's his helmet, which he gets to wear after the car is complete, and not until then. And then the included wrench in the set will go to him as well, and we'll give the other driver the wrench we pulled from the spares. So here's the wrench that was included in the set. You'll notice this one is black. The one from the spares is the silver. So we'll put this with the driver as well. And he has his helmet, he has his wrench, he's sitting down and ready to watch his car be built. Sticker sheet ready to go. Let us begin with this chassis piece. All cars begin with step 1. And for most cars, that's this standard chassis piece. But not all cars use the standard chassis, as we have seen before. Actually, I can think of a few cars in my queue that don't use it. But less talking, more building. How about that? If I ramble, I slow myself down. We're already 14 minutes into stream, and we're on our first construction step. Okay, why aren't these brackets didn't snap in all the way? Okay, I think we're good. And then we get these. You'll notice with each car, as usual, each car has unique shaping that is achieved through seemingly random bits of the internal structure that you don't know what they're doing until it all comes together. It's kind of cool how watching these Speed Champions cars take shape. So there's that step, and already we're beginning our first sub-assembly, which looks like one of these axle sections that we typically add to the chassis. And then all right. Excuse me a minute. Sorry about that. Other people in this apartment are having a phone call. Speaking of phone calls, I forgot to make my nightly phone call, but it's okay. It's Monday, so there was no guarantee I would be able to reach them anyway. We'll call tomorrow, since I'm not streaming tomorrow. We're probably going to have one more small interruption to stream in a little while, but Shouldn't be anything more than me muting the microphone and looking up as we continue the build. You think that's lined up correctly? If not, we'll find out real quick. And it looks like we're going to build the other little axle base now. So I have, after these 3 2-packs that I'm doing this week, in the following week and a half, 2 weeks, I have 4 singles that are coming to me as well because this work project was really good and I had a little bit of extra money. So we're going to be at 20 cars within a few weeks, and then we're going to do a Speed Champions hiatus so I can get some of the other Lego sets on my wish list. There's some really nice stuff I've planned for those. And some of those will be on the channel, and some of those I'm going to get to do off stream to build for myself without the pressures of a stream. Okay. So it looks like what we're starting to do now is build up some of the internal structuring and shaping. Obviously, none of these brightly colored pieces are going to be visible in the final build. But I do appreciate the use of bright colors for pieces that aren't going to be visible because it allows us for easier tracking of our placements. And our first little bits of the dark gray exterior. And then there's also a bracket going on. And that bracket is right now going to be attached by only one stud. But I think we'll secure it with a plate in the next step. One stud brackets can be tricky to sometimes to work with. But we're Lego professionals by this point. Yeah. You can see here how the different brightly colored pieces you put inside help you line things up. And then a random green brick in the back. Interesting. And then we have these jumper plates here. Probably for some internal shaping. And here it looks like we're adding some wheel arches and some more shaping bits to the body here. Then we have the inverted slopes going up and over the wheel arches, like this. And then one more for this side. Yeah. Is that a little hint of an engine block I see? Speed Champions doesn't usually incorporate the engine block. But it looks like these, maybe it's just a shaping bit, because it doesn't get put anywhere where you would think an engine would go. And we get to our first sub-assembly, which is done with this transparent panel. I wonder how this comes into play, because clearly we're still working on internal bits, so I'm not fully understanding yet why a transparent piece would be relevant here, but I guess we'll find out soon enough. And then we have some Technic bricks, the kinds with the pinholes in the sides. Oh, I see what it's doing. This is set up, and it's going to be set at an angle. And this transparent bit, oh, that's why we have a little bit of a representation of what looks like an engine block. It's because this car has a window into it. That's what the transparent panel's for. That's what it looks like the car is doing. Obviously, I won't know for sure until we build up the rest of the shaping around it. But it looks like that's what it's doing. Because, yeah. Let's keep going. This car has already shown us its first big surprise, and I'm really loving it so far. So let's keep on adding pieces to the car as it begins to take shape. And now, with this step, we're going to completely cover up the last visible remnants of that green brick and the orange plates in the back. Actually, we just have this yellow bracket back there now. Okay, plate with a tile. It looks like that's going inside the interior section of the car. Be interesting to see what starts to happen with that, given that we've effectively tiled off all attachment points over there. And then there's maybe this is the bottom of some of the seating. Maybe. That's as good a guess as any. Okay. Yeah, no, that slope doesn't look like it's lined up and pressed in all the way. We haven't needed the tool yet, but that was one place where it almost may have come in handy. And then we have these little curved pieces that we have to, tiny little curved 1x1s that we somehow have to grip and press into position. Found you. And we've already passed the quarter point of the instruction book, believe it or not. So those little tiny black pieces, 1x1 curved pieces in the middle of the car, that's what I just did that you couldn't really see because my fingers were in the way, and it's black on black, which is difficult to see. Okay, looks like we're gonna keep building another sub-assembly now. Okay, the brackets go on. And then we have this piece. Okay, so I see what's going on here. This section is going to be the tops of the seats. Clever how they shaped it. I was not expecting that, but it looks good. So this is, there's some brackets here, and this presses on, I assume, like this. Yeah. So that's what it looks like with the seat, with the backs of the seats attached. And you can see the bracketing along the sides, where we're going to detail up the sides of the cars, starting to take shape as well. And here we have a plate with a wedge assembly. Sorry, these are the tiny wedges. So it's going to be hard to keep them on camera. And that's supposed to line up like that. And then we have to do one more of those for the other side. It's really therapeutic building Legos, watching as you go through the instructions how the model first looks like nothing and then starts to take shape as more and more pieces get added. And then at the end, it's recognizable. So there, we just added that little bit of shaping to the back of the car. And then we have this fancy bracket piece. And this one gets a jumper attached. And it goes back here. Like that. And then some tiling. Some tiling around that. And some of these half-studded plates with a tiled middle. I don't know what they're called. So, and now we're doing some more plating to shape the back. So yeah, Thursday's set is similar to this one. It looks like from the box cover picture in terms of complexity. The set that I'm doing on Sunday, those two cars look very sticker heavy and complex. So we'll see how that stream goes. I anticipate Sunday being a long one. And these plates go on like that. And then we have, we're building a sub-assembly using what looks like trans clear plates. Actually, these look more like trans brown. I'm not exactly sure what we're adding to the car here, but we're almost out of parts for bag 1. And I know that's a spare bit. And then a yellow tile and some gray slopes. And this goes in front here, covering up the rest of the exposed bright colors. This bit is still not secure yet, but I'm sure there's something to hold it at the proper angle so that gap isn't quite as evident. I guess we'll find out soon. So we get a black slope back here, and then a tile. Oh, okay, and then these wedges here fill in the shape of the back of that window like this. So the body actually has some dimension now beyond that panel. Interesting shaping going on here. Okay, there's a lot going on in this step. Let's get some wedges on, it looks like. And then we have some more tiling going on as well, with these triangle tiles to fill in some shaping. And then a bunch of stickers. We got our first 7 stickers. Let's see what I have to do here. So there's a tiny number 17 sticker. And it looks like there's going to be 3 of those throughout the build, of which we're using 2 on this step. And then there's another number 17 here on this tile. That first number 17 sticker I did is very crooked. I didn't notice it at first. Alright, that's better, slightly. If I mess with it anymore, I might make noticeable creases on the sticker. So we're going to leave it. And then there's a very tiny number 13 sticker. And that goes against this surface here. And then there's the number 11 sticker. Which goes on this slope here. I wonder why they didn't have us attach these stickers when we were building that sub-assembly. And then there is... Okay, that's a cool sticker. We need the number 12. Where's the number 12? This is a continuation of these other stickers, but this one has the Chevrolet logo in the middle. So that goes on like this. Not bad. Not perfect, but not bad. And then 2 more stickers. There's a number 8 sticker. I don't know why the sticker sheet isn't, they don't have the stickers in the order you're going to use, numbered in the order you're going to use them in the instructions, but they don't. They seem to be randomly numbered. Still, wow, that's crooked. Can I salvage this thing? The Speed Champions cards, they're all sticker heavy. Well, most of them. I've seen a couple cards that weren't too bad with the stickers. But the majority of Speed Champions cards are sticker heavy. And so with the 2 packs, that's going to slow us down and make for some really long streams the next couple streams. But we've done long Lego. And one of the sets I want to build this summer, I anticipate being a 5 to 6 hour build on stream. And that set doesn't have any stickers, if I remember correctly. Alright, we fixed that sticker. It's good enough now. And then I have one more sticker, the one that goes opposite that one. Okay, so this is what the back of the car looks like with all those stickers attached. Looks nice. Oh, that back sticker is still very crooked. It's not too bad. We still have plenty of stickers left for bag 2. And it looks like this is also where we're going to bring in that little baggie of wheel bits at the end of bag 2. Let's go ahead. So this is our car at the end of bag 1. You can see the back of the car is there's still an open bracket. So we still have a lot of shaping to do on the back of the car before we even get to the front of the car. And let's set these tires off to the side so they don't roll away. And here's the beautifully printed canopy that we're going to be adding at the end of the build. I'll set that aside. The driver can stand guard over here, or sit. The driver can sit with his canopy and tires because we won't need them for a while. Okay, we still have some other bag of bits. There doesn't look to be a lot of substance in bag 2. And somehow all these bits in bag 2 need to make up the whole rest of the car. It'll be interesting to see how this comes together for sure. And of course, the icon indicates that we'll need this little bag of bits as well, but we're not ready for those yet. We'll take them when we need them. So now we need to start adding bits here. And there's also some little 1x1 brackets. And then Okay. All right. Excuse me a moment. I thought I saw a piece fly off the table out of the corner of my eye, but I didn't see what it was, and it doesn't seem relevant for the step, so if we're missing a piece later, then we'll go look for it. But I think we're fine for now. We'll worry about it only if it becomes a problem, because I don't want to waste time piece diving with this many loose tiny pieces on my table. Mm, there it is. And this goes in here to fill in the gap in the bracketing, like this. And it should be flush with the rest of the brackets on the wall, like that. And yeah, well, interesting. The other side is not perfectly symmetrical. Oh, you know why? Because we're about to start building up the console and the dashboard area where the driver will operate the car. Okay, then I need to find another one of those tiny bracket pieces for this assembly. There it is. And then this bit goes on here, this side, and lines up with that, like that. And of course we need to push the bracket flush, like that. And that side of that side bracket's ready to go. And then we have a steering wheel that we just toss into the gap here. Okay, so that's why we did that shaping the way we did it. And I just put that steering wheel backwards. I thought it looked a little off. And behind the steering wheel, where we got a big brick that's going to start to fill in the substance for the front of the car. And then some sloping bits. Okay, that goes there. And then we need to find this other slope, this curved slope that goes next to it. There it is. And then we're going to start to tile off the edge of the interior, it looks like. And actually, I could have gone either way on which of two of the two packs to build tonight. One of them was always going to be the last of the three, but um, I could have gone either way on which set to do tonight. And you'll see on Thursday that the other two pack I have is just as awesome as this one is, and why I had some indecision before stream. It mostly came down to a coin flip, actually. Normally I don't coin flip when I'm choosing my stream content, but I knew that what I didn't do tonight I was going to do Thursday, so it wasn't that big a deal. And by Thursday I mean probably Thursday. Scheduling things can and will subject to change occasionally if things happened. If the spring allergies knock me out again this week, for example, hopefully it won't be as bad as last week. But yeah, lots of Speed Champions content for the next 2 to 3 weeks. And then, well, this is cars 11 and 12. We'll get to 20, and then we'll take a break to work on some fancier sets. It'll take me some time to save up for some of those sets. So Lego content will not be as consistent once we go into Speed Champions hiatus. But when we do have content, it'll be special. So yeah, there won't be as much Lego content on the channel when during the Speed Champions break, but what Legos we do on the channel, it's going to be special when we do get them. I have a couple things planned that I think you'll enjoy watching. That is not the right kind of bracket, but it's very similar to the correct bracket. Shoot. No, that's definitely... Shoot. Where's the actual correct bracket? There's one. There are some pieces that look similar, but are not identical. And sometimes you got to make sure you're getting the right piece so you don't fall into the tricks. Okay, that goes there. Sorry if some of the action is off camera. Like I said, some things require precision. So that open gap in the side of the car there, that's where we're going to put... I've always liked this as shield tile. The first time I used one of these pentagonal shield tiles was on the mini Disney Castle. And that'll go into the gap like here. And line up with those wedges like that. Interesting. Is the gap supposed to be that prominent? Yes, it is. And actually, it looks like there's some stickers going to go along that gap, too, to actually make that gap part of the design. We'll get there when we get there. Which is right here, apparently. Okay. Let me move this closer to me so I can do this more precisely. On the pentagonal bit itself, we have the number 21 sticker. And this has a red number 4 on it. So this is racer number 4 in the racing team, I guess. And then we have this tiny little sticker that goes here on this wedge that we placed in bag 1. And then we have another tiny little sticker that goes with that one and has a very tiny logo on it, almost microscopic. Let's see. So that one will go here. I'm not sure if that logo is supposed to say anything or not. It just looks, it's so, no, it's just a silver line. Okay. It's not saying anything. But here's what those three stickers look like when placed. You can see right here those three stickers and how the stickers on the design combine with the gap to make a really nice looking chevron racing stripe. I like that. I like the way the stickers and the gap line up into a chevron shape. That's clever. All right. And now, judging by what this step looks like, it looks like we're going to do the same series of steps on the other side of the car. So these go here, and then there's a tile that goes here. Make sure I line that up properly. And then we have to find another one of those tiny little brackets. I found the correct one first try this time. And then I need that little gray slope. And this goes on here like this. And then we put in our other shield tile, which is going to go right here. And then I am going to, oh, it doesn't have us adding the stickers quite yet. So it looks like let's fill in what this step says to do. But yeah, you know there's going to be more stickers doing the same thing on this other side. Interesting, because the studs on these pieces do not line up with the studs on the previously placed brackets. It'll be interesting to see how the front end of the car develops. And then there's a yellow bracket here that also does not line up with the red bracket. It looks like I did everything correctly, but as you can see, those bracket studs do not line up anywhere. It'll be interesting to see what happens with those, with this front end here. And then, so we put on the wheel arches over here. Let's see, the other one is right. Oh, that was a Butterfingers moment, but I stopped it from going off the table. Not incorrectly aligned. Okay, I think, no, we want, I'm sorry. The instructions are kind of, getting a little, I'm a little tired tonight, and the instructions went a little blurry for a moment. I'm okay, though. That brick goes into this gap here. Okay. And I think So then we have these grill pieces that go here, and then a tile in the middle like this. So that's what we've done so far on the front end. We still have that exposed bracket at the back. And now it looks like we're putting some more studs onto the end brackets. And then this random turquoise little plate there. And then, okay. So now I see why things are not lining up. Because we're doing shaping. And then there's these little 1x1 corner panels. There's one. And then I need to find the other one. No, but that one's not the same color. We need the gray piece. There it is. So that's what we just did. Okay, and then we get a plate, a 1x3 plate with a 1x3 tile. And that'll go inside what we just did on the jumpers like that. Oh, and I see. Okay, so that's going to come there and line up with the panels. And now we're going to do a sub-assembly. And it looks like there's a printed tile. Yes. It's just got a yellow square printed on it. I'm not sure what the square represents. I'm not sure what that yellow square is for, but we will find out in a few moments when we complete the sub-assembly, I guess. Here's one of the slope pieces. That goes there. And this goes on like this. And then there is another bracket. Tiny little 1x1 bracket. Let's make sure we get the correct kind. That goes on like that. And then we have gray slope. And then a wedge. That's not the right wedge piece. This one looks like it's pointing the correct way. And this wedge will go on here like that. And then there is a sticker on that slope on the side. And the sticker has what appears to be a Chevron logo on it. I think I got the right sticker. Let me just see if I can line it up. Yeah, that's good enough. And this attaches how exactly? Oh, I see it goes on this bracket and slides under this business we have in the front like this. That's how it attached. And I would assume we make another piece to go on the other side. And that's why those brackets, that's why those side brackets and those studs were out of alignment, because they were setting up for some clever shaping. Each car has some tricks like that throughout its build. That's one of the things I love about the series. We get another one of those yellow square tiles. Where is it? Well, it's a gray tile with a yellow square. I want to be looking for gray pieces, not yellow pieces. It just happens to have yellow on it. And then the corner tile. And then we get another one of these slopes. And that goes on like this. And then we get that other bracket piece. There's that. And now we need to find, yeah, there we go. And then I need to attach that sticker. And we still haven't stickered the other side tiling for the other side. Hopefully the instructions didn't forget about it. Yeah, the instructions are still showing that section to be unstickered. So this section we will attach here, like that. And that's what the front of the car looks like with those bits added. And now we have, we're going to put some more tiling and sloping in. We're starting to build up the shape of the front of the car now. And these curved slope bits we're putting on the front of the car cover up the internal structure with the bright colors and the brackets and the awkward shaping. We're going to have a finished look now, soon, to this car. You can see how we just covered everything up in the front of the car with those 3 curved slopes. And some more wedge work. how do these go in? Okay, these line up with the tiles to finish off the edging. I see what these wedges mean. I didn't have that wedge pressed in up to the plate all the way. I need to find the other wedge, which is going to be this one, but we need to find the plate that it goes on. There we go. And that will slot in right here, like that. And now we get a long gray tile. And it's going to get this long sticker on it, the number 14. And the sticker has the C8R logo on it. And long narrow sticker that we're going to place down the length of the tile and hopefully keep straight. And that is not straight. It's very slightly crooked. Let's see if I can adjust it on the fly. No, we're still off the edge of the tile. Alright, let's try starting it over. There we go. That tile looks pretty good now. There it is with the C8R logo on it. And then we are going to attach brackets along the bottom of this tile, it looks like. Based on the alignment and positioning of the sticker, it looks like we're going to do this bit twice, once for each side of the car. Okay, and we turn the car upside down, it looks like. And this goes upside down and attaches to this bottom row of brackets here. And lines up with the brackets like that. So it looks like we have exposed studs on the bottom of the car, but I think it's meant so that the flatter surface of the brackets makes up the side bumpers, I think is what's going on here. I don't know too much about car architecture. I just think these Speed Champions cars all look cool. And some of the cars that we'll be looking at in the coming weeks have some unique shaping to them as well. Okay. I'm not going to show you this sticker because this is doing the exact same thing. So let's put these little brackets on the side. And then this will attach over here, like to this side, like this. Now both sides have a C8R logo on their side bumpers, like that. And now this is where it's showing us to finish off the stickering on this side of the car. Okay. And with the side bumper on, we can actually see how the whole livery looks once I add the chevron stickers. So this is the number 4 sticker. And then we have the 2 chevron stickers. And there's still a few stickers left on the sticker sheet. I have a feeling we're going to see a few pages of a lot of sticker placement because there's not that many pieces left. So this is what it looks like with the chevron design and the number 4 and the C8R logo. That's a pretty cool livery that this car is developing. Lots of stickers on this step. Okay. And here's the other number 17 tile. That's identical to the other tiles we put before on the back end of the car. And then there's a 20. How do these things line up here? Okay, so that's that. This is the tile, and this is the little slope. So we get a 23 on the little sloped wedge. Okay, it looks like these stickers here are gonna need to be lined up as precisely as possible. We have a design that's split across 2 wedges. And then, wow, this is not going to be perfect. Wedges are already tiny enough and difficult enough to do sticker placement for. Where the sticker is supposed to match up isn't even on the same plane. They're not on the same stud level. Yeah, that's very crooked. If I can pull it straight without completely never mind. So this step is a lot of stickers. So you need to please be patient if I take things off camera so that I can have a precise work with my fingers. That didn't line up too badly. It's not perfect, and there is gap in the because it's on 2 different pieces, but it lines up. Okay, what's going on next? Then I need the 28 sticker, which, interestingly enough, this sticker is printed with a crooked number 4. Maybe a identification plate that was knocked out of position or something. But the sticker itself is crooked, and I want the sticker itself to be straight. Yeah, let me redo that sticker. Alright. There's definitely some creasing starting to become visible on that sticker. I just can't get it to line up correctly, which is a problem because I've generally been getting better at Lego sticker placement. But alright, it's good enough. Any more and the creasing will become noticeable. So you can see the number 4 sticker, the number 4 plate is printed crooked on the sticker like that. Alright, and then I have the number 27 logo, or sticker I mean, and the number 27 is this big giant sticker that goes on this front slope like this and lines up with the yellow stripes from the 17 sticker, and it's got the mobile logo Mobile Gas, and it's got a little Chevrolet chevron below that logo. That's a very nice looking sticker on the front there. And you can see it's lined up pretty good with the other sticker. All right, two more stickers for this one. And then there's still a few stickers left on the sticker sheet. So it looks like the front of the car is pretty much built at this point, but we still have a bunch of pieces left over. So we've still got quite a bit of build to go. And then, of course, the two tricky wedge stickers that have to line up with that gap. Not bad considering the gap. So that's what the front looks like with all those stickers attached. And now let's move on to the next page. And we have these two red quarter tiles for this that go on the side studs like that. And it's telling us to put the canopy on, but we still have all these extra pieces left over. So the car's definitely not done yet. And I'm actually going to hold off on putting the canopy because that's usually the last step I do. But we have it ready to go. And I can see how it attaches. And in picking up the sticker sheet to get it out of the way, I accidentally flipped a piece into the interior of the car. Like basketball. Car basketball. Okay, that's why we have a bunch of pieces left over. Looks like we have one more sub-assembly to build here. This might be what goes on that bracket at the back of the car. In fact, I would assume that's what we're doing here. And given that this section does appear to be using brightly colored pieces, it means that there is some interior structure going on with this sub-assembly. Since these brightly colored pieces are not going to be visible in the final build. Using these little slopes, we've already covered over those brightly colored interior bits. Yeah. Remember we could flop around that back window before? With these wedges in place, you can't get a finger in there to play around with it by accident. It doesn't need anything locking it into place because the wedges hold it into place to the point where you cannot actually access it. Okay, we have a brick. And we're supposed to put another sticker on the side of the brick. And it looks like this is some more of the yellow patterning that we have going down the middle of the car. On the sticker, it looks like it continues and actually ends that pattern. I don't know what's up with me with these stickers tonight. Usually I'm better than this when it comes to the stickers. Hopefully when we get to the other car, my sticker placement will be a little more steady because those stickers use transparent backs, which means if I have to adjust, the fingerprints are going to start to become visible. And that goes on here like this. And you can see the sticker on there. Not too many pieces left. We've only got about 8 or 9 pages left in the instructions for this first car. We're still at just under an hour and a half, so we actually made better time than I anticipated with the first car, especially considering all the stickers and the long time I spent talking at the beginning of the stream. All that talking I did before we actually got into the build. And then, so those are like that. And then I have these plates with clips, like this. And there should be one more right there. And then, some plates. And then it looks like we're gonna tile and smooth off this section here with tiles and curved slopes. And then the big tile in the middle. And then we come around to this side. It's got these 2 round bits that we press in. I think these are Technic tubes. Like that. Those are the little tubes we just put in. It's black on black, so it's not coming out that well, but here from the side, you can see them now. And then some panel work to make up kind of a grill structure. Let's see if I get this. Sorry, I just went way off camera for that. I'm sorry. This is becoming a pretty substantial subassembly we're working on here. And then we have these tiny yellow wedges to the sides. And then this whole assembly gets some stickers on this back surface as well. Oh, I see what's going on here. This is going to attach to the back bracket. This little sticker here is going to make the end of that stripe that goes down the middle of the car. And then on the back here, we have the detail stickers. And it looks like this step is 5 of the remaining 6 stickers on my sheet. So let's go ahead and get these on. Oh, I think I put those slopes facing, those wedges facing the wrong way. Let me go back to the instructions real quick. Yes, I did put them facing the wrong way. So I'm going to fix that real quick. They're supposed to orient this way. There we go. Now those are corrected. Now let's finish these sticker placements. So it looks like the stickers are the tail lights and some more decoration. But there's another whole sticker on the sticker sheet, but just one left after this. And then the number 3 sticker has a big number 4 on it, because irony. Like I said before, Lego sticker numbering is kind of arbitrary. So why they didn't just make the big 4 sticker, the number 4 sticker, I do not know. But that's what this back section looks like with all the stickers attached. And then this attaches on those brackets at the back of the car like this. And just like I predicted, the end of the yellow strip lines up. And that's what the back of the car looks like with that whole bumper assembly attached. We still have one more little sub-assembly to build. This looks like it's going to be the tail fin, the spoiler. Almost every Speed Champions car has one of these because they're used a lot in racing. Classic cars used to sometimes be built with them, but you don't really see that on commercial cars anymore. But most race cars still have them. And then the number 2 sticker has a logo for Sirius XM, the digital radio. It's cool that they were able to get licenses to put on the sticker for some of the sponsors on the race car. They can't always get licenses to do sponsor stickers on these cars, and then they have to replace them with generic logos or whatever. And then these brackets go on the edges of the tiles like that. And that looks like the last actual pieces in front of me, other than what look like the spare 1x1 bits that we get at the end of a build. So this goes here. And then this clips on to those clips here at the back of the car assembly and folds down and goes up at a slight angle like that. And now that we can put the wheels on, we'll put the canopy on. And here's the canopy. Oh, I didn't give you a this is the spoiler. I hadn't given you a close-up. So alright, so that's on. And here's the canopy. Beautifully printed canopy for this one. And this, I put that tile in the wrong place. That's why the canopy was not attaching. But here we go. That presses into place like that. And that's what it looks like sealed off with the canopy. And there's a sticker that made itself known that it's crooked. So I'm going to try and fix it real quick. And of course, it wasn't obviously crooked until the canopy was attached, because it's supposed to continue the shaping of the window. But I didn't realize that when I placed the sticker, and it looked straight to me. Alright, it's better now. Wheels. Looks like we want to go into our bag of wheel bits here. And we're just over the hour and a half mark. and we're finishing up our first car. So let's go ahead and take the 4 wheel caps we're not using and put them back in the little baggie so that I don't lose them. And I'll set that back aside. And then these 4 wheel caps I'm going to attach into the tires and place onto the car. That was a Butterfingers moment, but I caught it before it went off the table. There's 2 wheels. There's the 3rd wheel. And then we come over here and we put on the 4th and final wheel. Like that. And we have here a Chevrolet Corvette C8R modern race car. There's the back, sides, front. Of course, this is where we would take the driver and seat him inside. But you know what? I'm not going to do that. You know why? Because he can watch the other car be built. Here's the empty sticker sheet. And since we're between cars, we're going to take a very short bio break. And I will leave the car on screen so that you can enjoy looking at it. And before I go, I'll just show you what he looks like with his helmet. So we'll take his hair off, we'll put his helmet on, and that's what the driver looks like with his racing helmet. It's white. Most of the drivers have had black helmets, so it's really cool when somebody gets a white helmet. And there he is. One last look at the back of his jacket. All right. And now let's put him back into the viewing area. And now we will do a bio break, and I will queue up the instructions for the other one so you can see a preview of coming attractions. All right. I'll be back in a couple minutes. Stay here. We have another whole car to do. Okay, I'm back. Sorry if that bio break was a bit longer than I planned, but the interruption I anticipated timed itself to be while I actually had it already muted, so no harm done. How's that for convenient timing? So yeah, we are about to go into the second car. So what we need to clear the workspace. So this first car, I'm gonna one last look at the Chevrolet Corvette uh, CR8 CR8 race car. One last look. The driver can watch the other car be built with his friend, and we'll just take that off camera to sit out of the way while we build the second car. And in over here we have the instructions for the second car. Same deal. We build the back of the car and then the front of the car. We're going to start with bag 3. And it looks like bag 3 we're going to get the driver for this car. And this is going to be a classic 1969 Chevrolet Corvette. This is going to be one of the older cars in the collection. The James Bond Aston Martin, also up there with being amongst the older cars in the collection. In terms of year of release of the car, not in terms of year of release of the model. All of the cars in this collection have been released between 2020 and 2024. And we have here another chassis piece. This car has its own chassis. Normally, Speed Champions packs the chassis piece loose in the box, but I guess because this was a 2-pack, they kept them protected in the bags with the other pieces. So there's our pile of parts for bag 3, and we need the sticker sheet. This is the sticker sheet for our classic vintage Corvette. And I will set that over here. And it doesn't look like quite as many stickers as the other car, but there's still a bunch. Yeah, all right. We're not going to worry too much about it. So bag 3, of course, we start with the driver. All right. Dark blue pants. That's usually an... Oh, this is cool. Instead of a racing uniform, they have a casual outfit with a Corvette chevron logo. Oh, and look at the hairpiece in that picture. This is a girl driver. Well, you knew that was... The 2-packs always have one male driver and one girl driver. There's the hairpiece. Why is it not going on? Because I don't have her face. I don't have her facing forward, that's why. And we're going to do something a little bit different with her as well. I'm going to show you the helmet first. And she gets a black helmet, just like most Speed Champions drivers. Let's attach the visor piece to the helmet now. Wow. I attached that visor upside down. Let's correct that. So that's what our driver looks like with her helmet on. You can see she has a nice black jacket with the she's got the Corvette chevron logo on her shirt. Now let's take the helmet off and swap it for her hair. And wow, there's back printing on the torso as well. The hair comes down over it a little bit though. So that's what she looks like with her hairpiece. Very classic movie star look going on here. I like this driver. And if you look at the back of her jacket, she has the in metallic silver, she has the Chevron logo going on, but her hair is covering the top edge of it. And she can come over here and one more look. This is a classic retro looking outfit. I like it. Let's she can sit with her other driver friend here. And they can watch the second car be built together. And let's put her accessories in front of her. Where did I put down her helmet? I put her helmet somewhere in front of me. Shoot, there it is. And we can put the helmet in front of her. And let's pull out the spare wrench that I pulled out before from the spare wrenches bag. So both of the drivers now have a tool to work with. And there the drivers are sitting together with their helmets and their wrenches to watch the second car be built. Let us begin with the chassis piece and put the parts toward the middle of the table so there's more reaction time if they try to roll out. I don't think I'm going to put them in their cars at the end of stream like I usually do, just because the stream is going on so long already. And I actually display them in my display with the drivers out, so you can see each driver's unique outfit. So I don't actually, since I don't display them in the cars, I'm just going to leave them out at the end of stream. And here we start with the axle base here. And then we have some plating going on. Now there's about 10 pages fewer of instructions in this instruction manual, so this car should go a little bit quicker. But the stickers I also need to do better at getting first try, because these are clear back stickers for this car. Okay. We have our first bits of the exterior color and shaping. Now the shaping is going to be a bit simpler than it is on some of the other Speed Champions cars, just because this is an older vintage car, and they didn't do as things weren't as curvy back then. They didn't really do as unique shaping as they do now. But classic cars still have their classic shapes. So ignore what I just said, because I don't know what I'm talking about. But this is our first little bit of shaping and coloring for the outside of this car. Where's the rest of the slopes? There's one. shoot. I see where it fell. And I just accidentally knocked the drivers over when I bumped the table just there. Let's get them back into a comfortable sitting position. The way I have my Speed Champions displayed with the driver figures standing on tops of their cars, and I have them holding their helmets in one hand and their wrench in the other, and the way I have them standing there, my brother said they look like little soldiers. I do kind of think it's kind of cute the way I have them arranged. Maybe I'll show you what I do with these two drivers at the end. Oh, we skipped a step somewhere. Oh, shoot. Oh, okay. We were meant to do both of those. We were meant to do both of those axle bases. Sorry about that. Let's just whip that together real quick and drop it into position. And now I'll be able to finish the build as pictured, or continue with the build as pictured in the instructions. These green plates you see represent more of the brightly colored bits that they use on internal structure that are not going to be visible once we finish. Okay. Interesting. Oh, I may as well show you one of these plates. These are plus or X-shaped plates. I haven't really used them much. I think they've maybe been in one or two sets that I've had since I started streaming Lego on this channel. They're very uncommon, and I think they're more recent because I've never used to see them when I used to build Lego years ago. So then we continue putting things in, and we see our first little brackets. There's lots of these little green plates, so there must be a lot of little internal structural bits going on with this car. Okay, there it is. And then this big gray plate. Alright, and here we see some more of the coloring and shaping going on, including a grill piece and some arches. So the wheel arches will go on like this. So that's what we just added to the back of the car. I think it's the back of the car. And we get our first sub-assembly for this car. I gotta make sure my bricks are lining up. There it is. So we have this row of studs on side bricks in gray, brown, and black. And then we put this tile over it. Like that. And then we have these bits that look like pots. Okay, those little bits are on and lined up. And now we get some plates on those, like this. Alright, this comes in here and attaches to these two studs. And actually, even though these turquoise plates are going to be invisible and completely covered by the final build, the color does give me the color is reminiscent of that classic 50s, 60s retro look. Okay, slope, where are you? Excuse me a moment. I'm having an itch. Alright, let's continue. slope and tile go on the bracket. And then this attaches how? Like this, I think. And then there's two stickers on here. Okay, what's going on? So we have the license plate sticker. It says YNJ037. With city vehicles, when they include a license plate, it's usually the set number. But because these are licensed cars, there's probably some symbolic significance to the number that I do not know. But let's go ahead and get the license plate on. That is totally not even. Let's fix it before it settles into place. You can usually fix a sticker without creasing it if you can catch the corner before it settles down into position. Sorry, I'm completely off camera, but stickers do require precision finger work, so. Alright, it's straighter. It's not straight. Oh, pretty good. I'd say it's about 90% okay. And then there's also a number 5 sticker. And this is a Corvette logo. And I'll go up here, preferably straight. Yeah, that's the opposite of straight. Okay, so that's what it looks like with the stickers attached. They're not perfect, but I got them mostly straight. And then we're going to put some brackets. So we're not done building the sub-assembly yet, it looks like. Looks like we still got some work to do on here. Okay. So now it looks like we're putting on some more of the shaping. This itch came up that came up a few minutes ago. It's really bothering me, but let's power through. I can just tell the way these little bits are designed, they're gonna pop right off if this is not handled carefully. But I'm usually pretty careful with my Speed Champions cars, and in general, all my Lego builds, so shouldn't be too much of an issue. I'm not a big fan of single stud attachments in general, but sometimes for tiny details, you kind of have to do it. Okay, and then we get these big gray tiles covering over the gaps. And actually, these tiles will make it so that it's difficult to handle it by those pieces. We'll be fine. Alright, so this is what we just built with the license plate, the Corvette logo, and the whole thing will attach to the brackets in the back of the car. Like this. And there it is with that little section attached. Alright, so now it looks like we're putting in some more structure. That'll, some more structure and shaping right now. Okay, and then we're going to put on these little brackets over here, over the back end of the car. And this actually covers over that little slope piece where we attached the Corvette. So Corvette now just looks like a straight logo on a straight piece. Okay. And we need to build 2 of these units. So let's build everything on this first page of the subassembly, and then we'll build it again, and then we'll flip the page, and we'll basically just keep doing everything twice until we get the subassembly complete. So there's one. Now if this were computer Lego, I could build the first subassembly and just hit copy paste, and the second copy of the assembly would magically appear. But this is physical level Lego, so we actually have to do everything twice. But as you can see, it's pretty easy, and we're rocking through it pretty quickly. Oh, and these 1x1 tiles, 1x1 round tiles in trans red to look like vintage lights. Cool look there. So there's the first one, and now we gotta come back and finish the second one. See, not too bad building 2 times. And this is what we just built. You can see the classic style lights on the back. And then this will attach to these brackets that we put on like this. So That goes on like that. And then this one will go on this side and attach those brackets we put down the center of the car. So when you look at it from the back, it looks like lights now. Pretty clever technique that they did there. Okay, what's going on here? We got 2 grill pieces up here, it looks like. And then 2 plates. Okay. And then we're gonna start shaping the classic curves of the car now, it looks like. And we're almost done with bag 3. And then we come here and we close off this view of the inside with this tile here, like that. And then we just tile off the rest of the back here. And these tiles will give the back of the car a nice, clean, smooth, polished look, like a classic vintage cars are known for. And now we need to start building up the inside of the car. If I can get my fingers into there. So yeah, the next stream, which will most likely be Thursday, is another 2-pack. Okay, something's not lined up right here. I need everything to be centered. Okay, I think that's a little better. Okay, sub-assembly time. And we're actually almost out of pieces for this bag. We're at 2¼ hours for stream, so we're actually making pretty good time. When I estimate how long a stream might take, I like to allow myself more. I like to estimate. I like to overshoot the estimate. I actually estimated I'd be streaming for up to 4 hours, but we're not going to get anywhere near that. We will definitely make it to the 3-hour mark, most likely. We're at 2¼ and we still have a whole bag to go. But I like to, when I estimate how long a stream session will be, I like to overestimate rather than underestimate. But I have no bonus builds queued up or anything like that. Not unless I want to get crazy and build the other 2-pack, but I'm not going to. We're going to save it for Thursday. I don't want to build everything too quickly all at once. Because once I get through these 10 cars, I'm not going to have Lego builds for a few weeks because I'll need to. There's 2 or 3 really big ones that I'm saving for. Okay, so this whole console section goes into the car. How does it line up? Is that a 2 stud gap? I see. Yeah, where the. So this is what the console looks like. You can. It's hard to see because everything's black on black, but you can see the steering wheel and a classic shift lever. And then we just have 3 little stickers to put. There's a number 7 sticker. Which just has a tiny Racing Flags logo on it. And already I can see fingerprints getting into the clear sticker back. We'll press it down. It's not too bad. You have to look at it from a certain light to see the fingerprints. I think we'll be fine. And then we have a number 10 sticker. That goes on the slope, the curved slope here, and then the number 9 sticker that goes across from it. So yeah, not too hard with the stickers right here. What's that though? There is an artifact that entered one of the stickers. Hold on a second. Is the sticker amplifying a mold mark, or is there a printing error on the sticker itself? Or did something get inside the sticker? Hold on. Great. No, a little white piece of fuzz came off inside the sticker's transparent back. I think I got it off. Let's try and fix that sticker. And in fixing the sticker, I just allowed a whole lot more fingerprints to get into it. But at least that white fuzz that was interfering with the look of the car is gone. And so it says we're ready for bag 4. So here's what the car looks like after bag 3. You can see the back of the car is straight and polished. And you can see the clear back of the stickers is making some awkward lighting textures go on that tile. And then there's the back with its classic style tail light setup. All right. Plates. We don't normally see 2x1 plates in extras, which means I may have missed a step somewhere. Hold on. Where are there 2x1? Where are there 2x1? Bear with me. No, I did those. Okay. Did I? No, yeah, because that's all lining up properly. That's where that one sticker went. Bear with me a moment. I'm trying to see if I forgot these plates somewhere, but I'm not seeing them anywhere in the instructions. Okay. Interesting. So we'll leave these 2 plates accessible because normally you don't get, you only get 1 by 1 as extras. So let's go ahead and open up bag 4. Excuse me a moment. I think I disposed of trash correctly down here. I want to make sure that I got my trash correctly disposed. Yeah, we're good. Alright, sorry about that. And we've knocked the drivers over again, since I was bumping the table a little bit. As you can see, it's a traditional standard Lego windscreen piece. This is an old vintage car before car windscreens started getting really fancy shaped. So it has a traditional one. And like before, we're going to take the 4 tires and set them aside so that they don't keep rolling around all over the place. Okay, and we'll just set those over here. And let's continue. So we have a trans brick here. So I guess that's going to be the back window of the car. And then we have some slopes going to the back of the car on those exposed studs like this. And yeah, now I can see even more of the classic shaping coming together. Okay, and then what's going on here? Plate and one of those little round pieces that's hard to grip. And we have to do that 2 times, and they make up the tops of the seats. And then there's a tile and some bracketing going on. So this tile, it looks like, goes up over the seats like this. So there's that tile in the back. And then we need to find these brackets that go on the sides here. My favorite Lego reviewer, who generally posts 4 to 5 or 3 to 4 Lego reviews a week, has not made a post in 3 weeks now. I hope he's okay. He's one of my main information sources for learning about sets I might want to build. And he's the one who I learned about Speed Champions from. So I really hope he comes back soon. I miss his reviews. Okay, so now we're going to start uh, this blue plate you see here. That blue plate that has us attaching is going to be nowhere in. It's going to be nowhere in observance by the time we finish this build. It's just there to line up some studs so we can make a smooth finish, as evidenced by this right here. This step right here, we're already covering up the outside of that row of studs. Some nice subtle curving for the side of the car. Okay, and we have 5 stickers to apply along the ends of this car here. Okay, so there is a number 14 sticker, and it's got a logo on the side that says Stingray. So this must be one of the drivers who customized their car or named their car. So that's what it looks like with the Stingray logo attached. And then the other 4 stickers are bits of a stripe that goes along the bottom edge, possibly representing the silver bump. Yeah, I think these stickers here are supposed to represent the silver bumper, because they're supposed to be lined up along the edges of these slope pieces down here. That is totally not in alignment, but I was able to pull it off before it settled. Let's try that again. Better. Still not perfect. But you really can't do perfection with clear back stickers if you don't want to give it time for the fingerprints to settle in. So we're doing the best we can, but in a hurry with the stickers on this one. Oh no, that one definitely is not good enough. Okay, better. It's not perfect, but they're not too terrible. I can see some places that definitely need improvement, but with clear back stickers, you don't want to be working with them too long. Let me see if I can fix this middle gap here, because these two are definitely... Okay, that's a slightly bit better, but I just introduced a visible crease. I'd better not play with it anymore. Okay, so now I'm going to come on the other side, and we're going to do the same thing, where we introduce the subtle curving to the side of the car, and then add stickers. So yeah. Okay, one more of those curved slopes. Where is it hiding? There it is. And again, I will attach the Stingray logo sticker. And then I need to try and create that, line up the stickers for the silver bumper. I dropped the sticker sheet. Hold on. Got it. And then after this, after we finish the chrome bumper, there's only 4 stickers left on this car. I meant on the sticker sheet. Sorry I'm off camera right now, but this particular set of stickers requires some precision work, and I'm just not able to do so if I'm sitting over my table like I usually do. I need to be able to hold this up at a natural, comfortable angle. Not perfect, and there are some gaps, but there's the bumper for this side. And let's get those nightmare stickers behind us and move on. So now we're going to add some brackets to the front of the car. And then some more of the brightly colored positioning structure plates. So they go around the back of the car like this, with this bright orange one in the middle. And then we also add the front wheel arches. And then we're doing some more structural plates here. Okay, so now we're just continuing to stack some plates to the inside of the car in order to continue some of the structural shaping. And then we have two 3x3 plates here. And then some more plates and the beginning of some tiling, it looks like. And then some more tiling. Interesting how these tiles are lining up. So yeah, we're starting to see this is how we're getting some of that classic shaping. And on this car, because it's an older style car with less fancy curves, but still curvy, but less fancy curves, that we can use simpler build techniques to make up the shape of the car. I see what it's doing here. The front of the car still is quite a bit rough and unfinished. This is what the front of the car looks like so far, with all these open stud and places to attach things. We still got a bit to go on this car. I hope I pointed those the correct way. And now we get to build a sub-assembly. So let's take the car off to the side so we can focus our space on the assembly. We got 3 of these groove plates. Probably to construct the classic bumper shape, is my guess. And there's some stickers that need to happen here. There is a number 15 sticker. So these are the headlight grills, these 2 stickers here. I'll show you when the sub-assembly is put together. And then there's we gotta do 1 more of those. That's not aligned properly. Sorry if I'm off camera. Again, sticker placement requires precision. So that's what this section looks like with those stickers on. Doesn't look like I'm perfectly lined up straight. In fact, let's try and do a... There's some dark printing on this sticker, so I'm not quite as concerned about creases and fingerprints on this one. But I still carefully want to try and prevent those. I overcompensated too much And now it's facing too far the other direction. No, still not straight. It's good enough. It's not perfect, but it's good enough. And then there's another sticker. And this sticker is the other license plate that matches the one we put in the back. Okay, and so that's what it looks like with the license plate attached. And this whole assembly will attach to the brackets on the front of the car like this. And now we just got to fill in the rest of that unfinished section there. There is another assembly we are building. And this one has the number 13 sticker, which all it is a classic racing logo. And that's what this curved slope piece looks like with the racing logo attached. It's not going to focus because it's such a tiny little detail. And with that, the sticker sheet is gone. No more stickers for this car. And now we're going to work with these wedges. Like that. And this whole section will plug into the front of the car, leaving just a few unfinished exposed studs like that, giving the classic wedge shaping for the front of the car. And then we put these curved slopes in to finish off some of the edging here. And then we have some more curved slopes to just finish off the shaping and to cover the last little bit of exposed internal structure color like this. And now you can see the front of the car is all polished off and curvy and even now and smooth and all those cool fun adjectives. All right, we're gonna put this little ceiling piece onto the windscreen. And this windscreen lines up next to the other bit of the ceiling like that. And that's how the roof goes together. And because it's using the classic windscreen piece, there's actually some gapping where the window is. So this, you can pretend like this car has open windows, which is something you can't do with most of the Speed Champions canopies. Okay, what's next? Of course, the wheels. And so we have here, these have printed wheel caps. Classic looking car. This is what the wheels look like when inserted in the tires. This kind of wheel looks like it's unique to the set. They're printed dishes, or what Lego calls a dish piece. Obviously, they're not dishes, they're wheels. And we're just under the 3-hour mark as we're putting the wheels on. Did we get an extra wheel? Alright, so the car has its wheels now. Classic wheels for a classic car. We got an extra wheel piece. I can't really do anything with it, but maybe I can attach it to a bottom stud as a spare. No, I'm just going to put it in the spare bits baggie. Okay, so with that, we are done. So let's go ahead and turn off the instructions. You can see our spare bits over here. And I'll show you what I do with the Speed Champions drivers for my display. So we have here the classic 1969 Chevrolet Corvette. And we have here the Chevrolet Corvette C8R race car. And what I do is I take the driver and I put their hands up. And I give the driver a wrench in their right hand, my left. And I put it at a slight angle so that you can see their face. Otherwise, they'd be holding it up in front of their face. And then in their left hand, I kind of clip the helmet on very gently. The chin strap portion of the helmet, it can snap into the hand of a minifigure like that. And then I put the visor down over the hand. So here's the driver of the C8R holding his accessories. And then I just find some loose studs somewhere on the car, and I stand the driver on top of the car. It's not always as elegant. Some of the cars don't have any exposed studs on top, but that's kind of how I do it. And then, so we will do the same thing with the lady driver. We will give her the wrench, and she'll get the silver spare wrench because I gave the black wrench from the set to the other driver. And then we will take her helmet and we will attach the chin strap to her other hand. Line it up till it stays. And there's the driver of the vintage Corvette holding her accessories. And she will stand. There's some exposed studs right here on the front of the car. And yeah, sometimes the helmets will pop out like that, and you kind of have to be careful when handling, because that is, the minifigure hands holding the helmets like that, that is not a recognized actual Lego connection. So, it just happens to be a happy fit. and it generally works, but you got to be careful because it's not an attachment that Lego intended. So there she's standing on the front of her car like that, and we put the two cars next to each other like that, and you can see the drivers standing and getting ready to go for a drive. Well, not go for a drive because they're not inside their cars. But we finished under 3 hours. So let's take one more quick look at the cars, the modern race car, and then the vintage Corvette with its classic shaping and elegant simplicity. Okay, let us find a raid. They told me not to raid. Um, Ash is playing Elder Scrolls Oblivion, which is from the same series as Morrowind. My regular musicians are not on tonight, except for the one musician who told me not to raid um, with less than 10 viewers. So we're not going to raid them. But you know what? We've raided McDoodle before. We can raid her. Let me set up the raid. She's a good show. You'll enjoy her music. The raid has been set up. So have a good night. I will probably see you on Thursday with 2 more cars. And I think you'll like the cars I have set aside for Thursday. Have a good night. Have a good night.
You know what I mean? I don't know. Anyway. I know kill them with kindness. I know. She's gonna go hard. Gotta make it rhyme. You're so nice. I didn't think twice about complimenting you out of the blue. Anyway. Hi Uncle Evie. Thank you for the raid. Welcome in. What's up? What it do? How was your stream, dude? Weird but good. Peanut butter on toast with canned pizza. Ooh, that does sound good.